Coming up on this episode of The Village Idiom.
There's so many things that you can't give more than 100%. There's so many things you can't give 100%. Like,
or want to.
Hey, I gave blood today. Did you give 100%?
No, 110.
110%. Dum dum da da. Village Idiom.
Hello and welcome to the Village Idiom.
We are a podcast that every week chooses a popular saying and takes a shallow but hopefully comedic, maybe even interesting, if we're lucky, dive into its meaning, its usage, its origins, but we're also going to use it to hang our otherwise directionless conversation on. My name is Jurassic Mark.
I'm Skinny, and with us today for episode 100. Dang, Eleno.
Hey,
So it's been so long. We're pronouncing that correctly, right?
that's exactly right. Yeah.
Okay, good. You know, with these usernames, you never know. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, no, you got it.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
Dang.
Alano.
Yeah.
Perfect. Glad to have you, man. We have
good to
probably
be here.
referenced you more than anyone, more than any celebrity, more than anybody.
100% certain that dang Eleno, because you've been on the ground floor of the Village Idiom.
I think you commented on episode 1.
Episode 1. Yeah, I got really excited when you guys put out a podcast. You guys have guided a lot of my humor since a young age.
Whoa.
So,
Oh, I thought you meant since the podcast.
no, not since the podcast. It's gone downhill.
Oh,
since
like
then. Sorry.
the old show we were on.
Yeah.
Previous publishing.
That's it, 100. And here you are.
Yeah.
We said it's an epic guest. 100, we have to have an epic guest.
And thank you for chiming in, by the way. Like, it's a lot more fun to have back and forth with people, and when you're answering the riddle links and even offering, I think we've used your riddle links on air.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have.
Did you come today with one?
I think I have one or two.
yeah.
Or so.
Okay, we'll
Yeah,
save that.
Maybe
save
a dozen.
that.
I don't know.
Very nice. I like.
Well, that's so great.
And you were guested in from the islands, man.
Yeah, I
like
came-
you literally came over from the islands.
Yeah, risking it all. Coming over from Victoria. Yeah.
In a
Oh,
crowd
yeah.
of people in masks.
Oh yeah, I forget about it because with the fisheye lens, we're so far apart
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
it
We
makes
had
it
to.
a-
We had
yeah,
to.
Yeah,
We'll comply.
yeah.
It's
of
good
course.
to go.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So fun. Well, episode 100. What? We should probably do something interesting for episode 100.
100.
100.
100. 100?
100.
There you go. 100. Episode 100.
Episode 100.
That's awesome. It's an honor.
Did you recognize any of those clips?
I looked, so I can't say. I recognized them because I was looking at them.
Oh, you were-
So that's
I thought I caught a little Ken Jeong in there, but maybe not.
No.
Kim's Convenience.
No.
Okay. I'm out.
There was no. I don't think was it. Oh, there was one accented guy. I think it was an African accent. I don't know. I don't remember what that was from. But there was some Parks and Rec, some Friends, Blindside the movie.
Okay.
Can't remember the rest.
Well, I was thinking of taking us in for episode 100 with the idea of giving it 110%.
Yeah,
Let's give it 110% for this episode.
but we decided we're gonna jam anything 100 potentially related into this episode,
And further, like 110%.
or 101.
that's mathematically
101.
impossible. Just so we know.
Bottom line is
So I'm with
we're gonna
you.
keep it 100.
Keeping it 100.
100.
Yeah.
Keeping it 100. It's like 50, but 100.
You know, so we're gonna get to the origins in a minute. But when I was looking up keeping it 100,
Yeah.
that comes up ahead of keeping it 100. Comes up keeping it 100.
100. Yeah.
HUNNIT is how it's spelled.
100.
100.
Keep it 100.
Yeah.
Well, so immediately I go with you when people start like, man, you just got to give it 110%. You're like, thanks, coach. That's statistically impossible. Where it makes no sense.
So you think of him because he would give 110%, or he'd be the one to make that remark?
No, he did. Like,
I
as
did
we
make
were
that remark.
standing here, he did make that remark.
Oh, today?
Right
Just
now.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was I doing?
I would not give 110%.
So I have a friend, Trevor Jordan. He has a cleaning business, and so he has this whole theory on people will say like, this doesn't look like 100% job. I pay for your company for this cleaning, and it doesn't. I feel like I got 100%. And so his thing is like, I'll sit down with the boss of a company, and it's like, you tell me who in your staff gives 100% all the time. And so you go, oh, I don't know, I give 100%. It's like, do you give 100% all the time? And so his philosophy is give 87%. Because that's an A. And so as long as you're given an A, it can be anywhere from 87 to 100. So you're like, oh, I slacked off. It still could be an A,
Yeah.
an A grade, and not be 100%.
Even if we gave 100, it's still an A plus, maybe.
No one does
There's nothing better than
100%.
an A. So why do 88%?
Tell me a day where you gave 100%.
I think if you give 87%, when you do actually give 100%, you look amazing. People don't know, like, he can go that far. That's the next level.
It's at that point, is it just hitting like fake potential, like because that you haven't hit? Because if you actually did it, it wouldn't be potential anymore.
My mind's blown.
There's so many things that you can't give more than 100%. There's so many
everything.
things you can't give 100%. Like,
Or want to.
Hey, I gave blood today. Did you give 100%?
No, 110.
110%.
How did you get that extra 10% out? They squeezed me like toothpaste.
Or could you be getting a blood transfusion in the middle of giving blood? And so you knew it's possible.
There
It's been
you
made
go.
possible.
There you
just
go.
Now.
You just cleared it up.
That's how they do it.
Science. Yeah.
What we're gonna need out of you today, sir, is 110% of. You're gonna need to transfuse me. Partway through, you're just sipping juice. Come on, bone marrow.
cookies,
Come on,
yeah.
bone marrow. I don't feel well. Start the transfusion.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah,
give it
87%.
100.
87% is an amazing day, if you really think about it. Like if you're just honest with yourself. And so
That's true.
it makes life so liberating. Did you give 100%? No.
Usually you throw up at 90.
You're done.
Yeah.
Well before 100. And so I got an A is 87%. Everything past that is just wasted energy.
That's good. That's efficient. I like that.
Think about that. Take that to your workplace.
So does he convince these people or do they fire him? Going back to the floor cleaning guy.
No, it's
Trevor
it's
Noah,
one
did
of-
you say?
Trevor Jordan. It's his sales technique, and it gets people thinking, like an actual thing.
Well, that's how he sells his product. That's
how
not
he
just
sells.
his personal
No, that's how he
mantra.
sells his business.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna get an A from us.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be 100%. There's always gonna be some like
You're
dust ball
going
in
to
some
notice
corner.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's a dust ball in the corner. I don't feel like I'm getting. You got 87%. You got a great like. So you think about it, but when you're like mowing the lawn or something or painting a wall, well, 87% doesn't quite do it.
Yeah, you don't need to paint that upper third.
No, but
You hang a picture there.
okay. So if I had to say like in the corner of the studio here, there might be a little bit of a paint piece missing.
Right.
Which there is.
Okay. So, but you go. This office is 100% office.
But I think if
It's
it
an
was
A level.
truly as low as 87%,
there might be problems.
You'd notice.
it's behind.
You'd
the counter.
notice that paint job. That's not an A when it comes to painting.
You go to the
I painted
lawn.
87% of this room.
You can strategically place, like you said, frames, and that feels like more
like
work.
a four-walled room.
At that point, it's more effort.
That's the 110%. That's
I hung a picture. Yeah. I put the light switch plate back on. Give me a break.
I saved 13% here, but had to pay 23%.
Actually, light. Okay, there you go. I didn't take off the plates. The room still looks 100.
Did you not take off the plates in this room?
No, this was all painted before.
Oh,
that.
I was gonna
It
say, that's incredible.
This is a brand new studio.
Yeah,
like really,
wouldn't
that's
have guessed.
lazy.
Or the guys who like notoriously paint over all the plates.
Oh, how
Oh, gross.
lazy!
That's
is that?
110%, right? Like the wall would have been 100%. We also painted your switches
110.
As long as
and a
it's
bit of the
behind
ceiling.
the switches, and then over top of the switches.
Yeah, everything.
That would be 110.
Oh, good point. Good point. Yeah, you're right. Wow.
Thanks.
I learned
got real.
something. I learned something today.
And that's what we're known for at the Village Idiom.
Nothing but accuracy.
We're
We keep it 100.
We're keeping our illegitimate children educated. 110%.
you think
of them.
you'll live to 100?
No,
No?
I don't think so.
What about like in your family? Are people making it that far?
No, that's why I don't think so.
You're already pushing
Yeah,
it?
yeah, I'm looking like 70 is a long shot for me and my family.
Wow.
Except for my dad. I think he's going to live forever, but he's the only one.
Well,
So-
here's a stupid fact. You brought in the age 70, and we've been talking about blood. And I have this weird calendar in here. That's one of those rip-off every day's new bit of information.
Exsanguinate and octogenarian.
When you reach the age of 70, your heart will have pumped 55 million gallons of blood.
I saw that. And
Oh.
I let go of an audible, huh.
See, there you go.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Anyway,
If I make 70.
what
I
about
should
Skinny?
say.
You think you'll live to 100?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Your family's a bunch
We
of
got them
oldies.
long genes. I'm doing some things that are counterproductive.
Your genes are a little long.
Yeah.
But you can roll those up.
I think I should.
Doing things counterproductive. I'm a little slow here.
I've got a couple little bad habits that are holding me back. I think from my real 100 year.
Well, that's why you're convincing yourself on this 87 stuff.
Well, so this is even.
If I reach 87, I've done 100. That's an A.
Well, it just seems it's like close enough. But if you shoot for 70 and you hit 70, you've done 100% of it.
Yeah.
Everything else is just
I
gravy.
see what you're saying. Yeah.
Everything's gravy past that point.
So everybody lives 100% of their life then.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Think about that.
Wow.
Average age of a Canadian, average lifespan of a Canadian. You got a figure for me?
I'd say 90.
I'm going to go 84.
82.
Ooh.
Wow.
Excellent. So 82 and fantastic.
And so that's with the exchange rate.
Absolutely. So for an American, you can come down here and live till 70 is what I'm saying.
That's awesome.
So having so it just seems that up to 70 you've done a lot, and then it's like, oh, I blew a hip, and then I'm in a stuff starts to kind of get messed up post 70, a little bit here, a little bit there. So I think hit it hard till you're 70, man. That's
Straight
all
till
I'm
you're
saying.
70.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
the dark question is, do you want to live past 70?
Keep.It.Hunnit.
I
Is that too dark?
I for sure want to.
Do you? Yeah.
I'm aiming for 100.
Nice.
Yeah.
You think you're going to do it?
I don't know. Like my both grandfathers
skinny.
were well into their 90s.
You don't have enough meat on your bones.
You're still drinking Diet Coke.
Oh yeah.
That's going to keep you good. It's going to.
Oh, yeah, it's like
when you put a
preservative.
brain,
Yeah,
preservatives.
Yeah, exactly. That's the word I was looking for.
It's like
You're going to make it to 200, first person.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like he's taking in formaldehyde one can at a time.
If anyone can do it, it's you.
Yes. Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember my more recently passed grandfather. I think he was 98. So that's something. I don't know how great the last couple years were, or how well he would have remembered anything. But
A
yeah,
little challenging.
I think it's in there. I think it's in me.
Yeah. Hunnit.
100.
Keep it 100.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
man, we should probably figure out where a bit of these origins
so
of these things come from.
We're gonna go through all three of the things we've touched on. So keeping it 100, the expression 101 in any form of exaggeration, and 110%, and we're gonna do it numerically in that order, right there.
Perfect.
Cool.
So let's. Oh, you know what we need first then if we're gonna do that.
We should probably have some origins.
Yeah, because I don't want to play this 3 times, so we're gonna start with it right now.
I said some words, where'd they go? Where'd they go? No one can know. I turned around and looked behind. Those words came from another mind.
You know, it's
He can actually play a guitar.
Not that well.
That's
can
not
play
true.
that.
I actually, maybe. I don't know, but I love that theme song, by the way. Dobby Ravies?
Dobby
Yeah.
Ravies.
Yeah, amazing.
yeah.
Shout out to that person for making my life amazing. I love when that comes on.
Have you ever met Dobby Ravies?
I don't think so. Maybe? Have I?
Would he have?
I don't
I?
think so possible. It's Deb's brother.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah.
So that little intro, the Origins song, is funny because depending on whether you're just a listener or if you're a YouTube viewer,
Yeah.
2 different experiences. Because in this case, we used it as a coffee break. Like literally everyone just kind of looked down, grabbed a drink of water. But then there's also other times where you really get the full experience if you're on YouTube watching us air guitar solo or dance to it. So there you go.
Okay.
You can now decide.
Yeah, I did not know that. I'm a car listener, so
Yeah, that's
so
how
when
I
I
do
watch on
podcasts.
YouTube. I've wrecked a couple cars, so I
Or
stopped.
listen to or during exercise.
Yeah,
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
that's good. That's
So
not the counterproductive stuff. That's the productive stuff. That's good. The exercise.
Yeah, it's good for my heart.
multitasking is more than 100%.
I guess.
Or
can
you're
you
whittling away.
Yeah.
Or you're doing everything at 50.
Or can you multitask even more so you're never operating at 100%?
Is this that whole like, are we using 10% of our brains thing? Oh man,
I know I am.
at best.
Keeping it 10.
Yeah, keeping it 10.
10. Keep it at 10. 10.
Okay, so keeping it 100 definition is, I had to look it up because I've used it actually, but I'm like, what? I didn't know how to put into words, and it turns out it's used kind of a few different ways. But it can mean keeping it 100 is just keeping it honest, keeping it true, or keeping it like be yourself. Just be yourself. Keep it 100.
Have you guys ever heard of this? When keeping it real goes wrong.
Oh, so familiar.
No.
It's from Dave Chappelle's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got it. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's one of those Dave Chappelle things when keeping it real, but when keeping it real goes wrong. And then the person's trying to like, you did not, you said what? And then gets beat up or something.
Oh,
when
okay.
keeping it real goes wrong.
Was this a skit or one of his stand-ups?
It's an ongoing skit.
Yeah. You had to be there.
Dave Chappelle show.
Well, I was going to reference it too, but well, actually, let's get into it. So the phrase originated. This is the first explanation I found in my deep, like I don't know, 7, 8 different libraries, pulling out encyclopedias to look up, or the internet. This was the first thing that came up, which the phrase originated with a successor to the Colbert Report. Anybody know who that is?
Stephen Colbert?
His successor.
Is that Trevor
who
Noah?
replaced him?
No.
No.
I
Jon
don't know.
Stewart?
No, he was the Daily something Daily. Anyway, Larry Wilmore replaced
Oh, yeah.
replaced Stephen Colbert. So on the Nightly Show with Larry Wilmore, they debuted a segment called Keep It 100, in which participants keep it 100, answer as truthfully as possible, which plays right into, like, it's all about truth, that's the definition. And so they say, thanks to Larry Wilmore's pioneering of the term, keeping it 100 has become a staple of modern society. I'm like, really? That's where they came from? And then I started looking at, like, date stamps kind of thing. I'm like, no, it for sure predates all of that. And so it definitely came from the street, like urban USA. And a lot of evidence of that is that it appears in a ton of rap songs. So the earliest reference in a rap song that I could find it was from, have you ever heard of UGK?
No.
So
UGLY.
they're called UGK.
You ain't got no alibi.
How'd you reach that far? That's amazing.
6 feet arms.
That's incredible.
That's going to keep you alive. UGK was a rap group that did a song called Life is 2009, ironically in the year 2007. Oh. And the album was called Underground Kings, which
Produced in
I'm
2010.
guessing is why they're called UGK.
Yeah, that
Underground
tracks.
Kings.
Underground Kings.
Anyway, that was 2007. That was in the lyrics of their song. That was the earliest one I can find. And I'm pretty sure, now I didn't write down when Larry Wilmore took over, but I'm pretty sure he has not been on the Colbert Report for 13 years.
There's no way.
It's got to be before then. It sounds like an 80s, 90s things.
Yeah. Anyway, so 2007 was the earliest in rap music, and
Earliest you
that's
could find
the
it, okay.
earliest date I could find. So there you go. That is the extent of keeping it 100.
Right on.
Hunnit.
I refuse to keep it 100.
I guess I have only used it. I don't think I've ever spelled it out 100. I've only used like the 100 emoji.
Right.
When you're saying
which
like
is
keeping
Larry Wilmore, he had that as his logo.
Yeah.
Which was the emoji. He didn't make that logo.
And I feel like that got made popular because of the phrase, or is it the other way around? Do we know?
Right.
We'll never know.
Truthfully, I've had to research this because I'd never heard it used.
Really?
No, I didn't know what you were talking about when you first said, let's keep it 100. Like, I'm like...
Is that an idiom? Is that a saying?
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Keep it 100.
Yeah.
So the first time I saw the emoji 100, that it's like a red 100 with 2 lines under the zeros or something. And I saw it on a hat or a t-shirt or something. And I thought it was, I didn't know it was 100. I thought it was $1 because the zeros are kind of smaller than the one. So I'm like,
And the underlining,
why
right?
is
Like,
everybody wearing $1?
Keep it $1. It's
Keep
like
it
the
$1.
dollar store that's everything's like $1.50. That's irritating.
Right. That's
Yeah.
not a dollar store.
It's a lie.
Keep it 100.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Respect.
But some of them, if there's no price tag, it's still 100.
Yeah. That should be, I'm in a dollar store. $1.50 store. No.
They're like dollar and more now.
Oh.
Dollar
just-
max.
Yeah, Dollarama, like the all-encompassing.
Rama.
Yeah, like that could be many dollars. Sounds like a lot of dollars.
It's just
You need
another, it's
some
just
Imodium
another
with
store
your
now.
Dollarama.
It's just another store. It's not a dollar. Are there any actual dollar stores anymore?
I don't think so.
No.
No, not in this economy.
I think they should have another one that's just a $5 store. So if you want something just a little bit better,
It's called Walmart. It's done.
All right, let's get to the next one. This next one, I didn't know what you were meaning when you first brought it up, 101. So I'm like, should we save that for the next episode?
Oh, yeah, that would have been smart.
But
Can you stick around for one more episode?
We'll see.
We're thinking about doing 101.
So 101 definition is a huge or burdensome amount of something, so often followed by to blank, to do something. So like, I can't drive you to the mall. I already have 101 things to get done today. It's just that extra exaggeration. And so this technically isn't an idiom. It's a hyperbole. So it's and there's really, I couldn't find anything. So I was coming up with my own reasons. It's just used a lot. And so there's no origin. There's no like first time it was in print. There probably is, but
So it's just hyperbole.
it's just a hyperbole.
Exaggeration.
And I think it's because 100 is such a complete number, like 100%. That is the whole of something, right?
Unless you go 110.
But
Or 87.
100%.
Yeah.
So to add one, just go, yeah, it's almost like 110%. It's like everybody and their dog. So it's everybody.
And I thought of 101 Dalmatians. That's all I thought. I hadn't even heard this.
So
in
many
this.
Dalmatians.
Yeah, that's all I thought. When you said 101, I'm like, Dalmatians. That's the only thing I got for 101. So
No, it's that extra thing. I've got 101 things to do. Nobody says, I mean, they might, some people do say I got 100 things to do, but it's just that adding that one more. And equally in use, I did discover this, is 1,001. Same meaning, same usage. I got 1,001 things to do today. But what did kind of pique my interest is how many books there are that are 101 ways to blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Here's a list of 101. 101 this. 100. I'm like, wow, there's more books that are 101 lists.
So many things.
Yeah. 101 ways to
Skin a cat.
Yeah, 101 dates, 101 whatever. And so I guess it's just that, like, it's not the complete guide to something. It's the complete guide and one.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of filler in there. If they're like, I need to reach 101, that's the number. 101 dates, it's going to be like, go buy a car.
Like, literally all you need
Watch
to
a
do
movie.
is find these books. So if it's 101 must-see movies, all you got to do to be a bestseller is come out with another book that's 102. Like, just literally follow those books.
But those are often trash because they're filled with garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it has to stay with the 101 motto.
Yeah.
But if you probably get more out of like top 20
If it's a list
videos
of,
to see with
if it's a list,
with your
if
team.
you saw a list like the top 101 movies to see, what are you immediately going to do?
Next,
Find the top 10.
Yeah,
Just
you're
skip
going
the
right
rest.
to the top
Yeah.
10. What's number one?
Yeah. And disagree with it.
But if it was 101 ways to save money, it's not about one being better than the other.
but you could probably like I bet you right now we could probably list 15. Go.
Ways to save money?
Don't drink
Anything but water.
anything but water.
Ooh, that's one.
Don't buy food outside of what you can make at home.
Get rid
we
of
go.
your car.
Boom. Yeah, ride the bike is what I was going to go with. I'm out of ideas.
Be naked. No clothes.
Never buy clothes. Yeah.
Make your own clothes.
Oh. Set a budget. That's actually really reasonable.
Beg for more subscribers.
Okay, maybe we can come up with 5 together.
Yeah. We did good.
But there's ways. Yeah, you don't need 101. You're not even probably going to do one.
That's the real problem.
101 ways to save
But
money.
there's
That
a-
sounds
there's
like a
a
lot of
book, eh?
hassle.
One way to save money. It's a pamphlet.
One way to stop
Stop buying-
spending more than you make.
Yeah, stop buying useless books.
Unsubscribe to everything.
Oh, that's a great book. The rest is just coloring material.
So yeah, there you go. That's 101. So 101 ways to something. Anyway, let's speed this up. I got 101 things to do after this.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the last one? Well, let's do this first. You ready?
You got one big issue, I got 101.
There you go. I didn't want to miss that. That was from Selma. That's the best example. You got one, I got 101. Like, I've got so many. So anyway, last one is 110%.
We're good.
You good?
Okay.
Yeah, still plugged in. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
110%. So giving, we've already talked about this, giving all you've got plus some. And here's one for you.
Way to give 110%.
That's like, is that Andy Dick?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was from Old School. Will Ferrell's peeking in the window at him.
Yeah.
Okay, so get into the origins of this, which is actually interesting. I was surprised.
It was the one interesting one.
Yeah. And so I came across a website called Uncyclopedia. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah.
So it's a parody on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
That sounds like a little Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. So, but
smarter.
Yeah. So I literally copied this. This is not the origins. It's meant to be parody, but I loved it. So looking up 110% on Uncyclopedia. Go look it up. It's great. The etymology. The phrase was first recorded in Elizabethan England at the end of the 16th century. It is believed to have originated when a royal aide was pooping in the bathroom. The aide is reported to have said 110% of the population had been infected by the disease, a humorous statistical impossibility. Rather than the correct 10% figure, calculated by counting bodies on the street, the gaffe was seized upon by humorists of the time, such as William Shakespeare, who mimicked the bumbling aide in several plays, mostly notable his Blackadder television series, in which the character Baldric would often assert, "I have a cunning plan, and I am 110% certain it will work." Several hundred people died in the rioting and looting that followed the spokesman's error. Shakespeare's citation meant that the phrase was commonly used as a joke for the next 400 years until the late 1980s, when a scientific study noted sportsmen performed better in sports broadcasts on live television to a large audience. This was at odds with various sporting stars' repeated assertions to the media that they always gave 100%. Confused by how sportsmen could possibly better the theoretical maximum of 100% effort in televised games, a second study was commissioned. This study confirmed that the prestige of a large watching audience, or trying to impress a hot chick, would lift a sportsman's effort to a higher level than the standard 100%. Confronted by this sensational discovery, scientists agreed to lift the upper threshold for effort to 110%, giving the phrase a whole new meaning.
That's amazing.
That sounds like what's the
Onion?
the Rock documentary.
I'm thinking
the
like
Rock mockumentary. Like
Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap.
Yeah,
turning it to
yeah.
11.
I thought, that's so funny. I love Spinal Tap, but every time you said that, I was thinking of
Mighty Wind.
No, The Rock, like
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson. Oh, I'm like, there's a mockumentary about Dwayne Johnson. That sounds awesome.
We're missing out.
Yeah, he invented 110%.
That would track.
Yeah,
that would make sense.
The turning it to 11.
Yeah,
In Spinal Tap.
That's right.
Because that is 110%.
That is 110%.
Yeah. What happens if I get to 100 and I'm still like, or 10 and I still got more that I want to do?
Why not just make 10 louder? Well, this one goes to 11.
That's it.
So not a ton to talk about, but it. Go ahead.
I came across an
For that
interesting
interruptive gasp.
was related to capacity of something, or a tested limit. So it was equated to, in the origin that I found, related to submarines, and so that its maximum depth is whatever, 400 meters, but we've pushed it past its tested capacity, and so we're actually at 110%.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so its tested capacity is what they set their thresholds to, 100%, but we don't want to get blown up or whatever. So push it past its tested capacity, 110%.
Oh, I'd do that with every pair of pants then.
Just spilling out of them.
These are 30s.
Are they?
I feel like they've grown with me.
Not when I'm done with them.
They were when I got them. Yeah. And then both of us have come a long way. We've grown.
Yeah, that's good.
Someone wash these in hot water. Put them in the dryer.
I can't wash my jeans anymore. I'll never get them on again. They're good just the way they are.
Yeah.
That'll just rub
They
out.
smell awesome. They're 110% fungal growth.
Scratch and smell jeans.
Gross.
All right, so for real, 110%, as you would think, comes from two things: sports, which we've already made fun of,
Submarines.
and nationalism.
Pants.
Nationalism.
Oh, I said
so.
pants.
First found in 1916. I didn't write down where this is from, but there's not much fear for the oarsman. Englishmen think they're 110% good in a shell anyway, and patronizingly tell an American why. Blah, blah, blah. Continues on. That was about that combines the two, nationalism and sports. So 1916 is the first in-print version of it. 1920, again, nationality. Let our American friends be 100% Americans all the time. This does not prevent me from being 110% Scotch.
I have seen some 100 and beyond 110% Americans.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. They're pushing new thresholds.
That first one was from rowing. We're talking about being a...
Well, they were talking about Englishmen, but they were oarsmen. Yeah, they were rowing. And then other than that, I mean, how many times?
Oh, oarsmen. I thought you said Norsemen.
Oars.
I'm like, I'm confused.
Other than that, we've all heard it in a post-game, like, well, you know, we give 100%, they give 110. They wanted it a little bit more than we did.
Yeah, always the same.
It's never we screwed up. We gave 100%.
Yeah.
There's me sitting on the bench. I gave 87%.
That's a pass.
Thought I was given an A. I didn't know you could go to 110. Doesn't seem like a lot now.
This isn't fair anymore. They're training these kids to give 110. When I was their age.
When I was a kid, I could only give 100.
They capped it at 100.
It was the bad math we had.
Yeah.
So many scientific advancements.
So, a side note, do you guys ever use a
calculator?
Yeah, that. You heard of a calculator? No. Hundo P or Hundy P. Have you heard people saying that?
No.
Like to say 100%. Be like, are you in? Yeah, Hundo P.
No.
This is new? Okay.
Hundo P.
Wow.
This is one of those things, like, you know, when people use dude, or no, dude's about bro, like that sort of thing. People try and use it ironically, but then it just becomes part of the vocabulary. That's Hundo. I say Hundy P. That's Hundy P for me.
Hundy
I did it
P.
to try and be funny, and now I just can't stop.
I love it.
So it's to the point where a friend
Hundo
of mine...
or Hundy? What do you say?
I kind of interchange them now, but it's gotten to the point where a friend of mine now says, like Dang says, Hundy P. So it's become now my thing, which is very sad.
You're like the Hundalorian.
Yeah.
It's a mashup of pop culture.
That's when
like
it's like the rhyme, the English ryming slang, how it evolves. Like it's Hundy P.
Yeah.
Next it's going to be totally Hundy Civic. Like, what's going to
Just go HP. I'm giving it the HP sauce.
Giving it sauce.
The sauce.
Just snaking it.
So that's
So then in 50 years, when this podcast is at episode whatever, do you ever wondered where meaning you're giving it all comes from? You're giving well, you got to backtrack a little bit.
There's a story behind that story.
It was HP sauce.
Yeah.
It's an inception of nonsense.
Back in episode Hunnit.
Well, oh my
Hundo P.
goodness. Well, it is episode 100. We entirely lost track of time, which is perfect. Doing something epically special for the Hunnit. And so here we are. We should probably take a peek at doing some riddlinks.
Well, Riddlink is a game we like to play that takes a two-part trivia-based question and requires and demands a two-part but overlapping answer. Kind of like this. Last week, skating on thin ice was our episode, and it went like this. Today's idiom about knowingly pushing the limit. Check out this hook while my DJ revolves it. So the idiom was skating on thin ice. So that was the first part. Skating on thin ice.
Ice, baby.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Skating. So the correct answer, when you combine the two.
Didn't you flip it? Didn't I do a vanilla ice one as well?
Oh, you're so right. Oh. What did I leave them?
Your number one.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and pull it up. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Well, that's still how
it's played.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can come back to it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah,
you don't have to get too far.
You said you came with one, Dang. You want to go first, or should let Skinny?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, I'll get it out there, and for all of our illegitimate children out there, you make sure you jump in, see if you can beat Jurassic or Dang.
Okay. Am I trying to actually speed round these and?
I'm gonna beat you.
All right.
See what you can do.
I'm going to give it 87%.
Neo's prophetic name is working beyond manufacturer's recommended capacity.
The 110%.
That's it.
I didn't even know that. I am clueless on that one. What in the
barely
world?
got it off my tongue.
Wow.
Wowie.
Just waiting. Just waiting on you.
I'm disappointed.
You jump in there, dang.
There you go.
All right. This barbarian Central and Eastern European conqueror always gave it his all, and then some.
Attila the 110%.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
it is.
you got it. Nice.
All right, I got one.
Perfect.
Mr. Kenobi loves this Disney movie about spotted puppies.
Obi-Wan 101 Dalmatians.
That's it. And just to recap, last week was the idiom for doing something risky is the classic Frozen dessert poem. So it was on thin ice cream for ice cream. On thin ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Oh my goodness.
Wonderful.
Well, let me give a second one here. You jump in. Illegitimate children, you jump in too. The stay real idiom for the alias of the Princess Bride's Wesley.
Keep it 100 Pirate Roberts.
Wow.
Was it Roberts?
Yeah.
That was a hard one.
Dread of
That was
100.
good.
Wow.
That is great.
I went
It's a great movie.
I went so obscure.
They're redoing it.
Are they actually?
Yeah.
Oh,
Still with
Same
Robin,
cast,
right?
Andre the Giant, everybody.
He's just bones.
CG. He's pure CG.
They are redoing it though. Yeah.
Who's
ready?
Fezzik?
I don't know who's playing what, but
All right.
but yeah. All right. I got one more. Are we at the end?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sure.
If you're good.
You got some more?
Oh, I just screwed everything up over here.
That's nice. But I don't
Our
know.
three. We try and keep it under 3 minutes, and we went over. So
It's a special episode.
yeah. So
We're just going to go a little longer this time.
all right. Well, am I end? You want to tell people how they can get a hold of us?
Yeah, you can reach out to us on Instagram at the.village.idiom or email thevillageidiom@gmail.com, or whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter at 3 Minutes Gone.
Beauty. All right, this is the last one. Don't jump in, but see if you can guess it in your mind, and we'll recap in episode 101.
You got it.
When Curtis James Jackson III is 100 years old. That's it.
I got it. I'm good.
Do you?
Oh,
got
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, that is how you play riddling.
Happy 100, friends. Thank you so much for all of our illegitimate children supporting along the way, listening while you drive or while you exercise or doing whatever you do. And it's awesome. Glad that you could be here. Dang.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, that's good.
Epic times.
Thanks for even accepting me with this mustache. I appreciate that.
That mustache. I was going to bring it up, and I didn't know. Now that you brought it up, since you're staying for another episode,
Yeah,
you're going to get razzed.
Yeah.
We'll talk some more.
I'm more sensitive about it than you think.
No problem. Not when we're done. I'm Skinny.
I'm Dang.
And I am Jurassic, keeping it 100 mark. That was.
And these are the village idioms.
Oh, wait.
These are continuing to be
Oh.
idioms from the village.
Oh, no.
If there was a small town that's not quite stature of a city.
Oh, wait. There we go.
Nice.
Some
Oh,
effort.
close call. Close call.
That's 3 minutes gone.